G'day folks, Rod from My Water Filter here today, and what we're going to do is just have a quick chat on how to install a reverse osmosis system under the sink. Okay, pretty popular systems, water's getting pretty ordinary, a lot of people prefer the reverse osmosis, or if you're on bore water, I too would recommend reverse osmosis depending what's in the water analysis. Okay, now this is the Extreme 7 we've got sitting next to us now. Very popular water filter, to be honest with you. Comes in a couple of formats. So when I'm talking about an RO system or a reverse osmosis system, it doesn't have to be the Extreme 7. You know, we could take the top off it and just maybe it's the 4-stage, or it could be the Aquasana, the Aquapro 4-stage under sink, whatever it is. They're all pretty much the same, different shapes, different stickers, but same game, okay? Now, if you want to get a plumber to come and install one for you, then you're probably going to look around the $200 mark, okay? That's what I'd budget for. Try and get a plumber close to you so there's not too much travel, and basically he'll install all this under the sink for you in an hour or so, and you should be good to go. Drilling through the bench top, that's something that could be a little bit different. A lot of plumbers will just do it themselves and won't charge you too much more, but it does take a good bit to be able to drill through these new stone bench tops, and sometimes a plumber will charge you $50 to do that drilling. So he runs insurance and he's using that diamond bit or whatever it might be. So it might pay just to check with the plumber, but normally around $200 and you'll have one of these installed under your sink and it should be ready to go. Okay. Look, just quickly, it's not that hard. If you think you're a bit of a handyman, if you can get a drill and drill through the top of the steel sink to install the faucet, then that in a way is probably the hardest task. After that, it's just read the instructions and plug and play. This thing's all set up to be installed and it's not really that difficult at all, okay? So basically, it's got a booklet that comes with it. You can see all the parts here. All our systems generally come as systems, so all our reverse osmosis water filters come as systems, and they'll come with everything else that you need. There's no buying bits later in our website or anything like that. It's try and do the best services we can for you and get everything to you in one go. So you'll get the RO system. As I say, don't worry about the shape. Basically, you'll get up underneath the sink, turn the water off out the front of the home, get under the sink, undo the chrome flexible pipe up there, and that's when you can install this fitting here, okay? Straight on, chrome flexible pipe back on there, and that leaves you this little one here, so you can use the white pipe, and that's the water feed that's going to go to this water filter. So regardless of where you've put it in under your sink, we're heading for the filter. So just on that, if you're going to get an RO system, you can see how big it is. Sizes are on the website. Make sure you've got enough room. Tank's the main thing. If you wanted to, if it was too high, too low, that tank can just sit on its side if that helps. You can get different size tanks, but this is the most popular size, the 12-litre one. With the water filter here, these tops will just come off and clip off, okay? You can just sit the water filter like that. You can extend this pipe. You can sit that on the top shelf. As long as the pipes are connected together properly, then you can change it however you want it. You can make this pipe longer, and you can actually just lay it down flat on the ground and inside the cupboard. But as you can see, you can just sit them back like so. They'll split in the middle. All right, all sort of ways you can push them just to make sure that they fit in underneath your cupboard. But make sure that you do have enough room to do that and fit them in under your cupboard, okay? And you'll be good to go. So you've had a look, you've got plenty of room to install it, you've purchased it, you're going to put it in. We've already put the little T-piece up it underneath the sink, and we've got the water pipe coming down. You'll see on here, water feed in the instructions, in the booklet it'll tell you, water feed in, water comes in, through the sediment, through the carbon. There's the cartridges here to put inside the system. Sometimes they're already in there, depends on which system you buy. There's the RO membrane. You just screw the cap off the end here like so. That RO membrane pushes straight in, screw the cap back on, and you're done. So the water's going to come in through this feed, through the sediment, through the carbon, up into the membrane. It'll go through the membrane, and then it's going to come out, and it's going to come to here. And it says tank. So we're going to run a water line into the tank. Just one line, just like the instruction says. One line into the tank. You'll see inside your bag of goodies here, there'll be a little tap. That little tap there is going to screw straight on top of the water filter, and then the pipe that you use will just push straight into it and plug on, and you'll be connected up to the tank. Then once the water goes into the tank, when it's going to be used, it'll come back along that same water line. So there's only one water line to and from the tank. Okay. The other trick with the membrane splits the water. Okay. So when you turn it on and it starts making water, yes, the water will come out and go into the tank, but at the same time, we'll have 1 litre in the tank, we'll have 1 litre down the drain. This here is a regulator, it's a flow restrictor, and that stops too much water running to waste down the drain. Okay, so we'll just connect on there. As I say, the saddle's in here to connect onto the pipe under your sink, and that's the drain, and that's where the water goes to waste. And then after that, you've just got one more, and that's when the water travels through all your cartridges and comes out of the negative charge magnet at the top here. And this one here will just be some more pipe, and that's going to go up, and that'll connect onto the bottom of the faucet underneath the sink. Now, when you first turn it on, or if you've got a plumber there and he's a little unsure, RO systems make water slowly. It'll make water about 200 mils a minute, depending on the pressure you've got in your home and the water quality. So when you get it all set up and you turn this system on, you'll turn the faucet on, you're to see the water dribbling out. It'll just be dribbling out at 200 mils a minute. And you might think, oh, that's a terrible flow rate. That's normal. That's how RO systems work. That's how they all work, okay? So you can leave that tap on. You can let it run for hours if you want, because they make water so slowly. It takes a long time for the water to give the cartridges a good flush, and all cartridges need a good flush when they're new. So you can leave it on for a while. When you get out of bed, turn it off. As soon as you turn the faucet off, the water then won't be going up to the faucet. It'll come back along our pipe and it'll collect in this tank. This tank will fill up. So what I would do, I would fill this tank 3 times and just hit the faucet and drop that water down the sink. After 3 times, you put about 30 odd litres of water through it. Then you can have a taste of that water. If you're happy and it tastes good, you're away. Okay, if you think it needs another flush or something, go for your life. But after 3 runs, you're normally pretty good. Okay. Yeah, so apart from that, there's no tricks. It's all here, the booklet's here, and if we can help you out with anything, please let us know. But apart from that, any RO system, different shape, different size, whatever, they all go in like that. All about $200 for a plumber, or if you do it yourself, you're good to go. Thanks very much.